So, you know what time it is? It is Charmed Theory video time! Hi guys, my name is Maria Park and this is Approach the Nerd, and in this episode we are doing a Charmed Season 2 video, second half theory video. I wanted to do one because there are a lot of questions that I have and I just wanted to get them out there and see what my wonderful viewers think. So here we go. So let's start off with something that I didn't touch on in my latest review on the last episode. And that was the fact that Swan, the character that always seems to pop up all of the time, was there to be possessed at like 11:50, probably it might have even been after midnight, I don't know. If all this happened between 11:17, which is what we saw on the clock when Maggie and Jordan were first sitting at the table talking, to midnight, then a lot happened in the span of, under 43 minutes. But even still, everybody left. Why was Swan still there? Now, one of my viewers actually put in a comment that they believe that perhaps Swan could be working with the elders and that maybe she is the guardian of safe space because of the command center, that could be I would think of a really good theory. She could also be pulling the strings with Dark Harry. She could also be a witch herself. She could be a witch hunter. She could be, one of my earlier theories was that she's actually Harry's great-great-granddaughter, or great-granddaughter, or granddaughter, depending on the age, because he had another family and we don't know who the other family is. There's so many things that we could tie Swan to, different directions they could go. But what I don't think is that she's just a normal, mousy, run-of-the-mill, health nut, organized, peppy person that just happens to be one of the managers of Safe Space. I don't believe that at all. I really don't. So yeah, that's my first theory on Swan. It's just very weird. And forgive my audio, guys. I still don't have my weighted blanket, so I know there's a lot of echo in here, so I'm working on it. I still don't have all my things in from the move, so slowly but surely. By February, everything should be great. So that's my theory on Swan. I think Swan is a lot more than we think she is. If she is not, if the writers do not give us this, then there is something really weird about her being in every single episode. I keep looking and she's in it in some capacity every single episode. And that's weird to have a character that placed in every episode. And people will probably say, oh, well, Swan, she's an employee of Safe Space. I get that. But there are a lot of other employees. Like, we didn't see Jordan in every episode. We didn't see, why did her name go out of my head? Katrina. We didn't see Katrina in every episode. And she ran a store there. It doesn't make sense that we see Swan, whose to me, her main purpose is scheduling and welcoming people and giving tours. That just seems to be her thing. So I don't understand why Swan is always there. So that's my question. I would love to know your theories on that. Now let's move on to Ray. So we know that Ray and Marisol had a lot of disagreements over him traveling a lot, going on a lot of excavations, which honestly though, she's an elder. It's hard for me to believe that she was not doing her duties, because if you look in season 1, her and Charity were having a lot of disagreements about her bringing in the charm ones and Charity not being okay with Macy being one of them, being that she was half demon, which kind of led to her killing Marisol. So, there's a lot of stuff that Marisol was into and doing that we have no idea how she became an elder, like what made her stand out, what she did while she was in the position. So there's a lot of stuff we don't understand about Marisol. I am not saying that Marisol is not a good person. I'm just saying she's probably out of all the characters, she has the least development so far, even though she's passed and she's the mother of the charm ones. So that's really interesting. But what we do know is that she went back with Macy's dad. And I know I said this in earlier videos, in one of my theory videos, that one of the reasons that Ray split was because she got pregnant with Maggie. And he even said, she went back and fell in love again with Macy's dad, which honestly, I don't think she ever fell out in love with him, because she didn't separate from him because of a disagreement. It was because she couldn't be around Macy without dying, and he had to take the baby and raise Macy on his own. So yeah, does that loneliness factor come in? Yeah, but I don't know if the loneliness factor is 100% Marisol with Ray when Marisol was still very much in love with Macy's dad, to the point where she had another child while she was still married to Ray. That is cheating. No matter how you look at that, it's still cheating. So yeah, Ray is not a great guy. I mean, yeah, he puts his own ambitions and stuff above his family. No one is debating that. But I still think he knew what was going on, and he split and started drinking more and was away more because she was with Macy's dad. So there's that. And then as for Ray is in with the shady scientist people that bring people back from the dead using black amber. And God knows what else they did. They could be the ones that resurrected Harry for all we know. And they could be pulling the strings for Dark Harry. Mel may be on something. But how do we know that Ray is not 100% in on that too? Harry made a comment in the previous episode, not the one we just saw, the previous one, episode 9, where he said that he suspected that Ray could have been the one that released the Dark Lighter. And I don't think that line was in there, just to have a fill-in line. I think there was some merit. Charm never does anything, or characters do not say anything that do not lead to other things. What if Ray is working with a scientist? What if Ray is a witch hunter, and the reason he actually stays away from his daughters is because he knows they're witches, and that's why he was away, because he didn't want to have to kill them or bring attention to them. Maybe he got with Marisol, not realizing she was a witch, had Mel, then realized, oh, hey, wait a minute, because maybe Mel had powers from early on, because their powers were bound, just like in the original series of Charmed with Prue and Piper and Phoebe. Or I think Phoebe was not born yet, but all of their powers were bound by their mother and grandmother because they were using them a lot and they weren't controlling them, so they had to bind them basically. So maybe Mel started, exhibiting powers and displaying time freezing ability or whatever, and Marisol had to do some explaining to Ray that, oh yeah, by the way, I'm a witch, and oh yeah, by the way, so's your kid, And then he's like, well, I hunt you guys, I need to leave. I mean, that could be a theory. I mean, it could be. I'm just saying, it could be a theory. So moving on, Hasty. I mean, they're driving me crazy. We know they're gonna get together. Piper and Leo took forever to get together, fully. But I mean, come on, guys. This is a lot. These are two fairly intelligent people that are acting like they're in an after school special where, oh, should I pass you a note and tell you I like you? Oh, do you like me? Check mark yes or check mark no. That's what it's like. It's like I want to strangle them both. And Abigail and this Julian guy are not making it easy, because Julian, yes, is very much a match for our wonderful Macy. Abigail has the British thing in common with Harry. She's a lot more laid back like Harry. She's got that darker edge that I think good Harry is attracted to because he lost his darker side. So yeah, but another theory that another wonderful viewer on the channel said is that maybe Harry is undercover, like he's just playing her to get more information, to know what she knows and to figure out what her involvement is with Dark Harry. And he can't tell Macy and the others because they won't react naturally. Like Macy won't be trying to kill her every time she sees her with her eyes if she knows it's all a ruse. So yeah, I do think that Harry, that's a good theory, may actually be paying so much extra attention to Abigail to get close to her to see what she's up to, and not because he's attracted to her. Or another theory that I read in the comments is that Abigail put a spell on Harry. That is absolutely a possibility, because in the last season, she did whisper something to him. It could have been a spell. She is half witch. She could have messed with him when she was in his head, helping him go through his subconscious to try and find Macy. I think Abigail could go either way. We saw how she interacted with Parker and what she did to Parker. Like, the others don't even know that Parker's still alive and imprisoned. So we know she's dirty. We know she's now the overlord. We understand that Abigail is trash. But I do believe that she has a thing for Harry. I just do. I think she does. And I think that may be her undoing. To me, Abigail is more like Cole from the original series than Parker is, in that she's very powerful, she's very evil, but she has that Achilles heel, and that's Harry. How Cole's Achilles heel was Phoebe at the time. So that could be a thing. So I want to see where that goes. But I mean, it's just, we're throwing theories out. I think the more likely thing is that he's either under a spell or he's basically pretending to get no more information out of her. As for Jordan, the thing that Jordan has to do to basically even the scales could be absolutely anything. I mean, he no longer has the ring. He is 26, so essentially you would think that the curse is broken, but I don't remember if the specifications of this spell or curse was that you had to be 25 when you died. I just know that there's a curse and they all died when they're 25. I don't know why that's the particular age. I don't know if his great-great-grandfather was 25 when he burned the witches alive and that's why they picked that age. I don't know why. They never really went to a backstory of why they die when they're 25, but Jordan is now 26. So you would think he beat the curse because it's after midnight of his birthday. But according to the witch that passed over, that the curse cannot be easily broken. So maybe that means that he's safe, and if he has a son, it's just going to go to his son now, or he's still very much in danger. And if he is very much in danger, I think it's very interesting that he felt confident enough to take Swan home by driving a car when he could totally lose control of the car magically and die, or anything could kill him. He could fall down the stairs. I mean, the curse is not broken. So why is he not sticking into that command room where magic is irrelevant and cannot touch, you can't use your magic down there? So why not just get a cot and stay in the command center until they figure it out, But no, he's just like, I'm just going to drive Swan home. So I'm not only am I potentially going to die, I'm going to take her out too. So that is interesting to me. But yeah, I really want to know what you think Jordan has to do. I want to know theories on this. I have one, but it's kind of early. I'm still formulating it. But I want to know what you think Jordan has to do. I'm really hoping it's not that he has to die to save Maggie, because that's going to be irritating. Like, he has to selfishly give up his life to save someone else, or the person closest to him, which at this point is Maggie. Where's the rest of Jordan's family? The women should be around. He said he moved back for his grandmother. Where is his grandmother? We've never seen the grandmother. Maybe she knows something. Maybe we will see the grandmother. I think there's a synopsis where Jordan and Maggie are going to travel to New Orleans. I guess that's maybe to break the curse, or maybe we're going to see a lot more of his heritage, because I still don't know what they actually are. We know he's mixed because the grandfather was white, so I'm mixed. So I know that you really could have ancestry anywhere. Maybe part of his family is Creole, or maybe they have voodoo in their family. I still really wish they had done the Egyptian hieroglyphics thing, because I think that would have been awesome. But since we have Ray Vera being an archaeologist / thief, he deals a lot with antiquities and with Egyptian, artifacts and hieroglyphics. I guess they didn't want to overdo it by having Jordan be Egyptian, too. So it still would have been very cool. I think they really missed the mark with that one. But yeah. I want to know what you think about Jordan. What do you think? What do you think Jordan is? What do you think he has to do to finally break this curse? Now let's get to Mel. Mel has name dropped Nico 3 times in season 2. Are they bringing Nico back? Please tell me they're bringing Nico back. I need Nico in my life. I love them together. I actually liked her with Jada too. I would not be unhappy if Jada came. They have some really sexy chemistry going on, but I just love her with Nico. And I know the actress is off doing another show, but that doesn't mean anything, because there's tons of actors, especially in the CW, that do multiple shows simultaneously. So I would really, really love to, even if we get closure episode, or maybe a potential, maybe I'll be with you later episode. I need Nico. I want to see if Nico is married to this Greta girl from season 1, or finally said, no, Mel's my one and only. I'm going to find her. Does Nico think she's dead and she accidentally runs into her? There needs to be some kind of closure, but they keep name dropping Nico, and I think she's coming back. And I'm hoping that's true. But what do you guys think? I don't think Katrina is going to be back anytime soon. If she is, I don't know what they would really do with her story, because I think her main purpose was to give the girls access to her magical shop of ingredients, basically. So she's fulfilled her purpose. We were all right about her being a medium, so she's going off to deal with that. And the girls are just basically easy access to all the ingredients they could ever want in that store. So yeah, I don't think Katrina is going to be it. Jada could still be a thing. Jada's teleported right before the last battle in the first season. She could come find her anytime she wants. She's half white lighter, which makes me wonder, is Jada safe? Because Jada is half white lighter. I don't know what the rules are about all the white lighters who died. Does that mean that Jada's dead, or does that mean that her human side keeps her from dying and maybe she lost her white lighter ability? Or, there's so many questions I have. What happened to Jada when all the white lighters died? Because she has white lighter abilities and she is half white lighter. So yeah, I want to know what's going on with Jada too. I really hope they answer these questions. The one thing that bothers me about CW, not Charmed, but CW, they will have a storyline or a plot point and then they never revisit it. And I'm really hoping, because we got Parker back, that we actually don't have that same rule in Charmed, and that we get to finally see what happens to people when, the characters move on to another city and they move on in their lives, but you want closure and they get that closure. Because the OG Charmed, for the most part, was good at doing that in terms of the characters that they were dealing with. Like, we know what happened with Dan. We know what happened with everybody they dated. We know what happened with, every side character that came in. We got closure either at the end of the episode or maybe a mention later on. So I'm really hoping that this Charm does the same thing. And so far with Parker, they have. But we'll see. But yeah, so those are my theories and my questions that I have. And I would love, love, love to know what you think. I'm going to be keeping a lot of videos coming. I'm still playing catch up. So if you're a fan of some of my other videos, I will be getting my Doctor Who ones out, especially with some new hosts you're going to see on my show next week. And I'm also going to be doing up a card video tonight. So if you're into Star Trek, please check that out. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Charmed, what's happening, what you think is going to happen. You guys have been awesome doing that, so keep it going, because you are really making it easier for me to come up with theories when you're throwing them at me, and I'm like, I love that one, I love that one. So keep that energy coming. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and have a good day. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it, but hey, the party doesn't have to stop now. Click on one of these videos and keep it going.